Striking Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Knighthood. Battle epic friends and foes in a living fantasy RPG world full of mysterious monsters and mighty enemies as you strive to become the land's most feared and famous Knighthood. Win rare treasure in hunts and quests to improve your gear and up your game. Collect ancient heroes to fight by your side and summon their abilities in times of need. Fully customise your member of the Knighthood, join a guild, fight epic battles and win glory in the PvP arena. Free to download and play, link in the video description below, and when you download the game it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Alright, so welcome to this 1250 points game of Warhammer 40,000 10th edition. The first outing for the Eldar. They're back. Some of the controversy behind them has died away, and so they're everyone's friend once again. So we'll run them out here. 1250 points. Going to go against the Imperial Fists, Primaris. That doesn't happen too much on the channel. Brilliant combination. The dazzling rainbow colours here of the Eldar against the strong colour scheme here and the might of the Primaris Imperial Fists. So I've got news from Siege Studios that more units are on the way for the Fists. We're going to get some games in with them. Mike's going to run those, and then I'm going to take command of the Eldar here in this game. So the plan is to do two 1250 points games, one here on YouTube and then one over on YouTube channel membership. So Eldar against the Imperial Fists. The other game is two different armies. It's Mike's Leagues of Votann debuting on channel membership, 1250 points, and they're taking on the Tyranids, where I debut a new unit for them as well. So it's another two armies that are currently under development as well. So if you want to catch both games, there's this game to watch here on YouTube, and then it's either live now or live very soon. That's the second battle. If you want to check that out, then it's YouTube channel membership. Link for membership is in the video description below. If you go to the channel homepage, you can hit the join button to get access to all of our exclusive content. It's just Aspect Warrior, it's the most popular. That gives you access to all of our extra content, loyalty badges in the comment section, and then also you can join us over on the Discord server as well. So it's all part of the package for Aspect Warrior. Then you've got the higher levels as well, offering different perks and bonuses, whichever level you choose. And then with the bonus content, it helps support what we do on the channel, it helps keep the battle reports coming. It really is thanks to the channel members we're able to keep this content at such a regular pace. So then I'll also mention gold level Patreons. They get Patronic dice to use at some critical point during the battle. We'll give them a name shout out. At the end of the battle, I'll call out the silver level Patreons. And then you can check out the end credits of all the Patreons, including those supporting at bronze. So for the Eldar, 1250 points. There's some remnants here of the previous list. Going to see how they get on, but looking to change things around, get new units for the Eldar and so on, just continue the journey with those and starting to bring in the new sculpts and new units as and when they arrive. So in no particular order, the Avatar of Khaine is going to be the heart of the army here. He's nasty enough. Space Marines are boasting some heavy hitting units as well, so we'll see how well he gets on. The Avatar of Khaine is in. Also taking an Autarch, going to run Bright Star. If you run him as a regular Autarch, he has to join a Guardian squad, which I don't have. So there is the option to run him as an Autarch Wayleaper. So he becomes a lone operative, and then he gets the jump ability. So the model that you see sculpted has wings, but I'm going to run him here with the warp jump generator. So all-type Wayleaper being taken. Phoenix Gem, so on 2+, he'll get back up when he dies with all of his wounds remaining, just Eldar with their typical shenanigans. And there is a third HQ choice being taken. That's Jane Czar. She's going to join a 5-lady squad of Banshees. So a squad of 5 of those. Shining Spears are expensive. I'm going to take a squad of 3 with the Star Lance on the Exarch. Squad of 3 Wind Riders to provide a bit of firepower support. Squad of 10 Dire Avengers, all of them taking the Avenger Shuriken catapults. And then finally, a Wraithlord being taken with the Blade and double Bright Lance and the 2 Flamers. And then finally, taking the Falcon, and there's a Bright Lance and Pulse Laser being taken on that, and a Shuriken Cannon. So that's the list being taken for the Eldar. We'll see how they do. This is an experimental game just to get a feel for them. Obviously, we're taking into account the recent update for the Eldar. There's a few adjustments on points, but the main thing was the way that the rules work for Fate dice. It's once per phase instead of multi-stacking them and going for like a turn 1 mega hit with all fixed dice and so on. It's now once per phase. You can use the dice result multiple times in the turn, but it's strictly once per phase for dice results being used. So that's fine. We're going to run it that way. With the recent update. So we'll just run through Phoenix Swords and Autarchs here. So it's top levels of support on channel membership. So they get Phoenix Swords get allocated to entire units. So Ben Shaw, it's an Eldar player, could put him onto the Wind Riders for this game. JP onto the Shining Spears. Nate Miller onto the Dire Avengers. Ray Cross onto the Wayleaper. Andrea Stewart is an Eldar player, put him onto the Avatar here for this game. Chris Comiskey will pilot the Falcon for this battle. Daniel Cunningham onto the Wraithlord. And then across here, the Banshee squad's going to be Amy. No. The Banshee squad's going to be Gut B. And then Amy Almo will be Jane Czar herself. And then there's one Autarch here. It's Itai Miara. Put him onto the squad leader. So Autarchs get allocated to individual models. So it's the Exarch here for the Banshees. So Itai Miara being allocated to her. So that's the list here for the Eldar. We'll take a look now and see what the Imperial Fists have in their list. So the current state with the Imperial Fists, most of these have been commission painted by Siege Studios. They've done an amazing job here. Models looking fantastic. So I've got news from them that they are painting the last big batch here. It's about 700 points worth of stuff coming through from them. I've got a couple of units that are on the painting desk as well. So if all that's completed, we'll push ourselves to 2,000 points of pure Primaris Imperial Fists Space Marines 5th Company. So looking forward to that. There is a bit of an update on the painting here. Siege Studios did the main colour scheme for this, and then I've then added the transfers here to the model to finish it off. And it's some job. Once the transfers are added to vehicles, it makes such a difference. So transfers for these have come from Games Workshop. It's actually the Horus Heresy Imperial Fists transfer sheet, and it just gives you an amazing amount of options as far as transfers are concerned. So really happy with the way that Redemptor Dreadnought has turned out. So if you're painting commission work, link for Siege Studios in the video description below. So HQ choices, Chaplain on Bike being taken. Then the Honour Vehement upgrade or enhancement being granted to him. Second HQ choice is a Gravis Captain across here who's going to join the Heavy Intercessors. Adept of the Codex enhancement being given to him. 5 Heavy Intercessors, a Heavy Bolter option being taken on one of those models. 3 squads of 5 Intercessors being taken. I've borrowed a squad here from the Red Scorpions just to boost up the numbers and points. Then the Bikers, Outrider Bikers, 3 of those, and they've been joined, so it's all lumped together here as one unit. It is the ATV, and that's taken the multi-melter option on that. And then finally, 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts, so 1 for the Imperial Fists, and then I've drafted 1 in here from the Red Scorpions, both equipped the same, taking the Fist here, and then the Macro Plasma Incinerator. So that's the lists for the Fists. In the games that we've played so far, they've proved tough enough, well coordinated, highly disciplined. The double Dreadnought proves to be a real nightmare here. So a tough challenge for the Eldar as they return for 10th edition. Autarchs then, that's individual models. There's 3 of them now. There's a couple of new ones have joined us. So Dylan Moore will be the sergeant on the bikers. Midnight Miniatures will be the sergeant here for this Red Scorpion Intercessor squad. And then Sam Hermes here will be the sergeant for the heavy intercessors. And then the top level support, which is the Phoenix Lords, they get unit allocation. You can join us on the WhatsApp group as well. And there's other perks that we reveal once you arrive. But BPP Wargaming onto this squad of intercessors. Vagabond onto the bikers, an ATV squad. Longbow BB will be the chaplain here for this game. Lucas Brown onto this Redemptor. Paint Lickers Paint Pot onto the Red Scorpion one. And then finally Mephisto onto the heavy intercessor squad as a whole. And Michael Fryer will be the captain in Gravis armour. So that's Phoenix Lords and Autarchs allocated. That's the lists for both armies. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. Right, so we have a scenario. We're playing only war here, so it's a nice straightforward mission. When we're working on lists and getting used to armies and so on, it's a nice straightforward mission so we can focus on the factions as they play. So fighting from end to end, Eldar at this end of the table, and then Mike's Imperial Fists will be deploying across here, again marked by the orange dice. There's 4 objectives on the board. We've placed them already. So I've put one here for the Eldar. There's one just outside of our deployment zone, just stuck in between these 2 buildings. And then Mike's 2, there's one there, and the other one just 6 inches away from the edge of the board is just tucked in there. So Mike's building a bit of a castle over there in that corner. So the whole battle revolves around these objectives. So from turn 2 onwards, at the end of each player's command phase, you pick up a victory point for each objective marker that you control. That's capped to a maximum of 3 per turn. And then that's it. So you're looking at the control of objectives, and really it's just 1 point per objective. So there really can be a tight score, but it's so important to control those objectives. So high pressure on both sides to make sure they control their own too, but also do something to try and disrupt the opponent's objectives as well. So usually this mission we find just a couple of points in it, and some critical decisions made in each game really does decide the fate of the entire battle. So that's the mission. As for terrain, we're playing these as ruins. We play them as the hard edge to hard edge, so sort of the boundary of it is across there, from that corner to that corner for the boundary on that one, for example. So they'll offer some nice line of sight blocking terrain, some cover for infantry and so on. And the Munitorm containers will play as the sealed buildings role for these, all the structure across here, and then there's a few tank traps and barricades dotted across the table. So that's the terrain, the armies and the scenario. We'll now start placing units on the board next. I just mentioned the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat is from gamemat.eu. 60 inches by 44 across, so the appropriate size for regular games of 10th edition. Swamp, I think this one was called, and then using the Gothic Ruins set as well. It's just the one set being taken that's filled out this table quite nicely. And then some other accessories here. These pipes are taken from the Industrial Terrain set from gamemat.eu as well. You can check them out for a wide variety of battle mats available from them. Plenty of pre-painted terrain sets from them. Also, link for them in the video description below. And then with that link, you'll see a discount code that you can use as well. All right, so deployment done. It's interesting, this one. Despite playing across the way, Imperial Fists have castled up over in the corner. There was the opportunity for them to go across here, but there's better terrain over in that corner. Obviously, Mike's placed the objectives there as well. So Eldar making use of this deep terrain going on here, so we're well sheltered here at the back, especially with nothing deployed over on that side. Falcons here. Inside that is James Czar and the Banshees, so sheltering away. Wind Riders are here, and then the Dire Avengers. Coming around the corner is the Wraith Lord and Avatar, again sheltering behind the building, and next to them is parked the unit of Shining Spears. That's deployment done for the Eldar. Oh, there's one more model. It's Bright Star himself, he's just tucked in there. So that's our deployment done. Empty across here for the Space Marines, but they are stacked up over in that corner. So we'll go around to the other side and see their deployment. So defense across here, I think Mike from previous games knows the speed of the Eldar. So brotherly protection going on here. So 1, 2, 3 squads of intercessors. The bikers, I think one of the last units to be placed, ready and getting ready to move out of the castle. Heavy intercessors have been joined by their Gravis captain, and the two dreadnoughts here. Now we're playing these ruins as the obscuring, the proper ruins. This is blocking off line of sight, so too is this one. So dreadnoughts parking up here, getting ready to move out. That's deployment done. No reserves at all for the Space Marines. Everything they have is on the board. The ability to move out quickly rests on these bikers here. Usually they do well enough in games. Pressure on them though. They've got to drive out and try and find an avatar of Kane. He'll be only too happy to meet them. So that's deployment done. Armies are ready to go. Looking forward to this one. Eldar against Primaris Space Marines. Nice clash and contrast of colours. Do you want to go first?
Nope.
Okay. Neither do I. Oh no, I wouldn't mind going first actually. So we have to roll up despite whatever we want. Oh, it's a 6. Looks like Mike's going first. Yep. Okay. Turn 1 to the Space Marines. They get to move out here. We're going to their first turn. Coming up next. All right, so we're on turn 1 for the Space Marines. Movement done for them. We'll switch over to their side of the board in just a moment. Just for the Eldar here, that's the Strands of Fate roll. 3 6s, a 5, a 4, 3 3s, 3 2s, and a 1. There is the chance to, or the opportunity to deduct a dice and re-roll the whole lot, but I'm happy enough to leave them as they are. There's a few 6s now, which would be useful enough. Stratagem coming through, and then that's it for the Eldar. We'll just go into the other side of the board here and take a look at Space Marine movement. So, checking angles here. There's, as we said, there's a good bit of line of sight blocking terrain here. So, pulling the Dreadnought in. Didn't want to get it caught on the edge there with at Eldar tanks. There's the pulse laser on that Falcon. It's range 48. Pretty good sniping weapon from long range. So holding the objective, and it's a sticky objective here with these. Once they leave, it can still be held. There's another intercessor squad here. This Dreadnought's made its way through this way. The bikers have shifted through to here, taking shelter in this position. Heavy intercessors heading off towards here. These are backed off away from here, and again, sticky objective of those. So these two objectives are crawling with Imperial Fists units here. So a mass of Space Marines. Will take a fair bit of Eldar effort to break through. So manoeuvring here. Mike's saying he's got no shots lined up at all. No charges. Turn 1's finished. In which case, we'll hand over to the Eldar. Their turn 1 coming up next. Right, so turn 1 movement done for the Eldar now. Now, there's a bit of a twist developing here. So holding position with these, going to anchor the home objective. The only way through for Mike is with those bikers. That's the speedy option that he's got. Falcon has advanced and jumped up and over, but not touching into the terrain. Shining Spears, and also the Wind Riders as well. So a cluster of Eldar units here. Then he was against the wall, but he's now moved around to here. So Bright Star, the Way Leaper, just moving over. Now, he's granted us an extra CP at the start. The command phase is on the battlefield, so Eldar are now 3 command points. So we are covered by this, just checking the height of Mike's tallest units. We're okay. Advancing here with the Wraith Lord and the Avatar. But look, we've made it to here. Mike's stuff's there. So who's going to poke their nose around the corner first, we wonder. We'll have to see. This is a nervous junction across here. That's it. Movement done. I got no targets. These are hidden behind here. I can't see around the corner, so there's no firing to do. I advanced. There's no charges. That brings an end to turn 1, or battle round 1, with not a single shot being fired by either side and no close combat. So just manoeuvring taking place by both forces. So that's it. Turn comes to an end here. We'll hand over to the Space Marines. We'll go on to their second turn. They're about to pick up 2 victory points. They control that objective across there and the other home objective over there. And looking safe enough in their castle in that corner. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Space Marines. What are they going to do? There's Eldar about to round the corner there. Does Mike go on the offensive? Surely he must. Or does he hold back? We'll see what he comes up with on turn 2 for the Space Marines next. Alright, so on turn 2 here, Mike's made a move with the bikers around the other side. I think we can overwatch. So this is the first time I've used the Eldar for 10th edition. I think I can do this. So I'm actually going to use the Avatar, use the Strands of Fate dice for the hit roll to get that hit. So 1 shot coming through is firing the Wailing Doom. So range 12, that's where the bikers have ended up. The 1 shot, which we'll use a 6 for from that pile, so Mike will very gladly remove that from the pile. That can disappear. And then because we've rolled a 6, it's sustained hits of D3. So we're going to get an extra D3 attacks or D3 hits come through on top of that as well. So we'll use Jordan Russell, who's an Eldar player, for this one. So this is the extra attacks, level 1. So we've just got 2. So we're coming through at strength 16, so it'll be 2 to wound and then AP -4. I reckon this model here, if Mike decides to tank it on him, we'll get a 6 up for cover. So we'll go for 2 to wound. There's a 1, but Eldar units have that ability where in each phase they can reroll, hit roll and a wound roll, so we'll reroll this one. So those 2 come through. They're AP -4. So the D6 plus 2 damage. Mike can choose how he wants to allocate these one at a time.
So bike and cover?
Bike and cover first for the first one, yeah. So a 6 for a block here. So you can turn to a Patreon friend. They're there.
There's a Death Guard.
Death Guard player, yeah. Damage absorption.
Down corner.
They're there to help.
Nope.
No, so it goes through. I roll damage on this one. So it's a 4 plus 2, so that's enough to slay that bike.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gone. And now to allocate the last hit. So it will be either a most likely kill on a bike or to absorb the damage on the ATV.
Yeah, we'll try the ATV.
Either one's painful. Okay, so we'll do damage then. I'll destroy it if I get a 6. Which previously I could have used a strands on that, but it's limited to per phase, so we'll just go for a dice roll. I sensed something, but surely not. No, alright. So 4 wounds plus 2, so 6 damage taken, but not the dreaded 6 to knock that thing out. So it absorbs the damage. 1 bike is slain and some damage coming through on the ATV. That's Overwatch done. Mike can now continue with his move. Okay, so the rest of the movement then. Dreadnought shifting across here. Intercessor squads 1 and 2. Entering into the cover of the heavy intercessors and captains. Their firepower is available. Intercessor squad holding here. And the Dreadnought pushing through in this direction. The bikers, as we've seen, moving around the corner. There's plenty of firepower here. Imperial Fists will be glad enough to unleash everything they have against these Eldar units, these 2. And then Oath of Moment has been put onto the Wraith Lord. So Mike's going with the bikers here, sensing some need for revenge. Twin bolt rifles, the Catechism of Fire, I think it's called. It's going into the Wraith Lord, and there's also Oath of Moment been placed on that as well. So that's the hot target here for the Imperial Fists. So twin bolt rifles first of all.
Yeah, needing 3s.
In 3s. This is re-rolling because of Oath of Moment. And then fishing for 6s.
Yeah.
None.
What I want you on? 5, 6s? What's your toughness?
Oh, yeah, you'd be on 6s. Are you, plus 1 to the wound roll, it's only for close combat?
Close combat, yeah.
Okay, carry on, yeah. So looking for 6s here. Chance to re-roll. And And there's 1 comes through, a mortal wound. So nothing I can do about that. 9 wounds remaining. Multi-melter.
Yep.
There we go.
You roll 1.
Oh, just about 2 hits, yeah.
Strength 9.
Okay. 5's to wound. 1 does come through. Just taking the toughness, it is toughness 11, so it was 5's to wound. He starts on a 2-up save. He's lost the damage reduction he used to get, but 2-up save, which means with the -4 we get 6-up, in which case I'll take a Strands of Fate. We're in a different phase, so I'll try and block that multi-melter, or I have blocked that multi-melter damage from coming through. Eldar trickery here, but once those Fate dice are used up, they are gone. But that stops that from coming through. Trying to limit the damage as much as we can. So there's the twin bolt rifle from the ATV itself.
3s. Rerolling. Yep.
And then fishing for 6s again. No and no. Okay. All right. And there's still some more firepower to come. There is the heavy intercessor squad. They can see the Wraith Lord as well. So this Wraith Lord it should have been damaged. Did you want to roll the dice to see what kind of damage you would have caused with the multi-melter? 3. 3 plus the 2?
2, yeah.
Yeah, it would have 5 wounds. Boy, that would have put it in a much more of a sorry state, but it's looking healthy enough here. For now at least. So we'll go for these next for their firepower.
So the heavy bolt rifle, 3s, rerolling.
It's good shooting.
Yeah. Strength 5.
Toughness 11, 6s for wins.
Again, yeah.
There's none so far. Rerollable. 2, okay. 2-ups. Passed.
-1, yeah.
Oh, they are -1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, 1 goes through then. So
1 damage.
1 damage. I was going to say maybe I'd pass the save on a 2-up, but remember you can't improve your save to better than 3+. That is a wound been taken, so I will receive the wound with joy. So down to 8 wounds left on the Wraith Lord. Next up,
the
heavy bolter.
Heavy bolter, yeah. So,
6s are good. It's all rerollable. Yeah, Mike rolled. He's going to reroll another one of the dice here. No, that's all right, because that was a 3, which he needs pause. And then 5 for a wound. Gets it if you're... No, you string 5 still. So re-roll again.
Nope.
Oof. Okay.
Completely whiffed.
Wraith Lords are tough. They've been tough since they... Well, through the different editions, and they're still tough here.
Mastercrafted bolt rifle on Cadian, so 2s. Both hit. And 6s. Just a 1, -1, 2 damage.
Okay. Blocked on a 6. So, for Eldar players that have complained that Strands of Fate's been nerfed, it's coming mighty powerful here. We've used it to Overwatch as the bikes come around the corner, causing trouble, and then vitally blocking a multi-melter wound from coming through, which would have brought that thing below half strength. So already it's proved exceptionally useful here for the Eldar in this battle for the bend. Okay, so it's on over here. I think firepower is now complete. Dreadnought, we can't see each other around this corner here. So the question is, does Mike go for close combat or not?
Mike does.
He does. Right, we're going to see this take place. Oh boy, we've got a close combat coming our way. All right, another little twist here. This is an interesting counter that this game of 40k is. There's a real, very focused narrative building up here. So the bikers have gone in. Mike Roderick is about 9 for his charge. He's had to max out as many bases in base contact as possible. So 3 bikes have gone in. ATV's tapped in, so that'll get to fight as well. But the situation we have now is the Avatar can now go for heroic intervention. It's 2 CP, which I'll pay, and then I roll a charge, and he goes in. So we've now got the Avatar of Cain getting involved in this close combat against the bikes. Bikes trying to get through across here, but Eldar have rushed these 2 units down. They've been overwatched, the bikes have shot, swung into close combat, now the Avatar of Cain's got involved as well. So it's all stacked up. It's like the dam burst on turn 2 here. So
I'm just trying to block you until my Dreadnought can get under range.
Yeah, trying to hold them up. We'll see what happens here. It's up against 2 nasty, heavy-hitting Eldar units. Bikers can fight well enough. We'll see if they can break through this Eldar armour here. We'll go on for Close combat, no other charges. Yeah, so roll this up next. Okay, so remember Oath of Moment is on that Wraith Lord, so Mike can really try and go after him with the rerolls.
So 2 bikes.
2 bikes first. Need 3s.
3s, yeah.
And rerolling everything.
Would be 6s. Got the chaplain gives +1 to the wound.
Gotcha, yeah, 5s then. And rerollable. Ooh, ooh. I think they're angry. Okay, right. Well, you are using the Imperial Fist dice. I'd imagine the Space Marines, as well as a number of Space Marine players watching the video, will be very annoyed at this Eldar situation here. But oh boy, amazing. That's Andrew Swan here, die-hard Patreon Space Marine player. So I think he's Ultramarines and Custodies. Yeah, he's as pure as you can get. So that's where the 6s have come from. So these are coming through at AP -1 as well.
-1, yeah.
All right, well, we'll roll up our damage here. So we're looking at 7, did you say?
7, 6s.
Amazing. That's the chainsword. 3s. Well, we've passed a few, but 2 wounds have got through. So now we drop down to 6 wounds left. So heading in the right direction here against this Wraith Lord. He's still alive though.
Close combat weapon from the ATV.
ATV, yeah. Okay, do that one next. 5 attacks. Just get those hits. The chaplain's really boosted them and helped them out. And then
5s.
5s. Rerollable. 2 5s.
No AP on that one.
2 ups. Yeah. So block those 2. It's all down to the chaplain now. So Longbow BB in charge of him. There he is, riding in between the... that's why they went mad. Because we got too close to the statue.
Yeah.
They would go absolutely ballistic to see that. To drive around a corner and see the statue and then see an avatar and a Wraith Lord walking down the road. Okay, go ahead with the chaplain now.
Right, so...
No pressure.
Add 1 to the attacks.
Yes, there is an upgrade. I gave him the Honor Vehement Enhancement.
Yeah, so 2, 4, 6 attacks.
6 attacks then. 2s.
Right, okay.
5s to wound, surely. Then +1, so it's going to be 4s. And it's rerollable. Good. It's quite an important roll. No more. 3. Okay, and the AP minus?
Only -1, 2 damage.
Yeah, -1.
Not as tanky as it used to be.
So I'm going to strands that because we're in fight phase. Yeah, go on then, yeah. So I'm going to take one of those away, use up a 3, block that, and try and block these 2 on a 3+. We do, twice over. So that's it. We halt the damage at that point. Wraith Lord's still alive. It has certainly taken damage, but it's got 6 wounds left. Bikers, Chaplain, they've all made their attacks. It's now an opportunity for the Eldar to swing. So I'll go with the Wraith Lord first of all. So we'll do him. He gets 4 attacks now. Needing 4s. I'll go for strike. And I'll commit this to another friend. A Xenosy friend. Andreas Stur, if he's there. We'll take him. So Andreas Stur is an Eldar player. Looking for 4s though. Our built-in reroll. Yep, helps us out. We'll go for, well, 2s to wound. On the bikes, yeah. Strength 10. So 2s to wound. Yeah, those 2 come through. It's AP -3. Mike's played Armour of Contempt, so it's going to be -2. So 1 dice needing a 5+. To block on the ATV. No. That'll destroy the ATV because it's D6 +1 damage and there's 2 wounds left. And then a 5+ to save a bike. No. And that's going to be D6 +1. 6 in total. So biker slain, ATV hewn down by the Wraith Lord. And then what could really make the difference now is the Avatar of Cain. He's to fight next. So I think we've done, this is quite technical what's been going on here. Do correct us if we're wrong. Leave us comments in the comment section. I reckon we've got it right so far. But we'll go for the Avatar next with his attacks. There's 2 options. You can go for the Wailing Doom Sweep. But I think we'll go for the Wailing Doom Strike with 6 attacks. So we'll go Bjork the Zog Puncher on this one. Xenos player will go for 2s. It's 2 1s, but we'll do our reroll hit roll built in. Take that one away. We'll then go for our 2s to wound because we're going to fight at strength 16. And there's a 1 which we'll reroll built in. The Eldar shenanigans strong, and then that's 5 in total. So that will mean a save of a 6+ on the bike. It's AP -4. The regular biker. Blocks. Almost. So that one went. The damage is 1 plus 2, so it's 3. There's a chance the chaplain to survive here. She's still alive, mate. She got another save of 6+. No, got him and destroyed. And then now you can go for 2 invulnerable saves on the chaplain. Patronic, too late. Okay. Blocked 1 went through. Come on, reroll. Now he turns to the Patreons. Trying to read upside down. Marcus Anthony. He's an Imperial. He's an Imperial player. Oh, done it! Oh, and it's definitely 4+ invuln, isn't it?
Yeah.
He lives. He lives. Vagabond squad gone. Sergeant Moore gone. Autark and Phoenix Lord squad removed from play. But Chaplain still fighting. What a hero he is. He stands placing his bike and body between the statue and the avatar of Cain. If that's not epic stuff, then I don't know what else is.
Now he gets the
Mike breathes a sigh of relief. Yeah, and you're holding me up. So well done to this heroic Chaplain here. But that's the quick unit that's been met head on by Eldar units. But tactically, it's pinning them down to a degree, leaving space for other units to push through. But a nasty combat here in this battle for the bend. So I think that marks the end of the turn. The Space Marines have so far, they've done well enough. They've picked up their 2 victory points for their objectives. Eldar are quite comfortable in theirs. This is kind of the real bottleneck to see which breaks first. This combat's ongoing though. We shall roll on to the second turn of the game for the Eldar coming up next. Right, so we're moving here for the Eldar on their second turn. 2 more CP coming through thanks to the Way Leaper. So we're back up to 3. Holding position here with these, their job quite straightforward. 2 victory points picked up here for holding on to objectives. My move's not quite finished yet. Mike's interrupted here with Overwatch. So we'll call out the movement so far. So far, it's staying close combat with those 2. And then moving out across here, going 14 inches with the Falcon. Its firepower can see through to some of the Marines, the heavy intercessors pushing through into the ruin. The Shining Spears have jumped up and over and hidden in here, physically hidden behind those containers, we hope. And then I've jumped up on top here with the Bikers to lay down some firepower in that direction against the heavy intercessors that have moved into the ruin. Then Mike's just interrupted that with Overwatch, and it's going to come from the Dreadnought, right? Okay.
So, Twin Storm Boulder.
He's just going straight into this. And I commit this to an Imperial friend.
Yeah.
There's plenty to choose from. Nicholas Lucas, who is an Imperial... just General Imperial, and then Grey Knights as well.
Yeah, so
and Imperial Knights.
He knows what he's talking about, so...
And Admech.
Nope.
Mike's just itching to fire something with these
Dregstorm.
Dreadnoughts here.
D6. Just the 1.
Well, I know why he's doing this. He's trying to get revenge from my Overwatch. This is why he's doing it.
I'm not getting it.
It's not coming. It's not Eldar, Mike. You need fixed results. Okay.
Onslaught. 6. Yep.
There's the 1.
There's the 1.
Yeah.
So, strength 5.
3's to wound. 6 would be useful. Yeah. Okay. He's saving the best weapon here.
Icarus, D3.
Oh, Icarus next, yeah.
3.
3, good, yeah. 6s would be great.
Drop dice don't count. Icarus, or no, the macro.
Here we go. This is the big one. Number of shots. Must be happy. 5. 5 chances of getting 6s.
+1.
And an extra on top of that, yeah. 6 chances. Should get at least 1. Because Mike knows if he gets a hit, it should kill a biker. So it's just a case of getting the 6s. There's 1. Just the 1 comes through. You're probably a 2 to kill, probably. A 6, yeah, great. Okay, so the AP minus.
4.
Straight through. And the damage.
3.
Dead.
And then...
Model slain.
And I don't... for the hazardous, that's what...
Oh, hazardous roll, fine. Okay, yeah, done. For a CP, yeah, I would have settled. I'd be happy enough to kill one of those bikers. They're expensive enough. Eldar units seem expensive. Like 6 of the Shining Spears, 240 points. They're expensive enough. I'm trying to use them as wisely and as carefully as possible because they are expensive in points. But it's a surprise to the Overwatch coming through. Mike's gone for it. And a Macroplasma Incinerator hit has vaporized one of those bikers. They cry out in pain and their body drops limp into the branches of the dead tree. Okay, so a sad tale there of the demise of an Eldar Guardian. So we'll now go on to, or press on, there's a bit more movement here first with the Eldar. More shenanigans going on here. I think I could do this. Feigned Retreat. So I've played it on the Wraithlord. It's done in units, 1 CP I've paid it, it's got 2 left. Movement phase, just after an Eldari unit from your army makes a fallback move, which I've done. That's the target is the Aeldari unit. Unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge this turn, even though it fell back. So I can't see what's stopping us from doing that. So this is the fallback move I'm talking about. We came down here and ended up there. In response, in frustration and revenge, Mike has gone for Overwatch again. Now we're just checking the wording. Space Marine Captain, he gets the built-in ability of allowing you to use a stratagem for 0 CP on his parent unit. Mm-hmm. And you can do it even though that stratagem's already been used this turn.
Yep.
Go ahead. So they're going to Overwatch. The Wraithlord, as he comes around the corner in this battle for the bend.
So, 6s, re-rolling.
Strong narrative here. You can imagine it's a fight for the statue. The Imperial Fists absolutely disgusted the Eldar around here. And then Eldar just breezing past this. And there's a real sort of fight at this neck on the board.
6s, is it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Re-rolling. Nope.
Mike's liking the idea of Overwatch because of the reroll for Oath, which is still stuck on him. That's the marker for it. Rerolling hits and wounds, making Overwatch more potent.
1.
1.
Minus 1 to damage.
Okay. 3 per phase. Per phase. This is the movement phase, right? And it's a 3-up save.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do another one here because it was sustained hits.
Okay. 2. Okay. In which case I will take a... This is the movement phase. Give me a 3 from that pile. Yeah. I'll use that now. It's not going to affect my shooting phase. And then I'm going to try and make a single save here of 3+. We do. Okay. So nothing. We're okay. What would the other one have been if I hadn't done that? That would have gone through. Strands of fate. We saw our doom and avoided it, Mike.
Captain. 1. And reroll 1.
Oh, he's done another one.
Minus 1, 2 damage. That was your last roll.
3 up. Oh, 5. We're okay. It was, if you saw that, if you watched the replay on that dice, it was like a 1. It rolled up the stones and then rolled back onto a 5. Must have hit a spirit stone. Even nature is on our side, Mike. There is resistance is futile. Okay, so we've moved around to there. Movement's complete. I've kept him, the CP farmer, there on the home objective for now, at least. So that is movement finally complete here for the Eldar. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. So we're on shooting phase here. We'll go Wailing Doom straight into the chaplain. We'll pick a Xenos friend. There must be some left. We could turn that sheet around because we are at this we're at this side of the board a lot here in this battle. So we'll spin it around so Mike doesn't have to read upside down. I'm asking him to read the names. So we've gone for Nathaniel Miller on this one. We're looking for a 2. Sorry, no, it's -1 to hit rolls, but we've still got a hit, it's a 3. Then we're going to try and wound on a 2, of course. So Mike's now got an invulnerable save to make on this chaplain. And he'll go Patronic as well. Cool, we're going to rely heavily on these patrons in this game. Pick a friend in time of need. Chris Heim, yeah, another Imperial player. Need a 4+, 50-50 on the chaplain.
No.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, reroll.
Because I get the fight first.
Right. Because that's what he has. Oh, no, because it's your turn. My turn. Yeah, gotcha.
Oh.
Spending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen it.
No. Damage. Nathaniel Miller, chance to bring down Longbow BB here. Oh, doom. Oh no. Chaplain gone. Melted here with a lava sword. What a way to go. Ouch. Okay. So, Chaplain, brave as he is, and as loyal as he is, the Avatar of Cain has destroyed him with his flaming sword. Okay. We'll go to the Wraith Lord next. It's going to offload everything it has into the Dreadnought. So we've got double Bright Lance on this thing. We're looking for 4s though now. It hits on 4s. And we get 2 hits. That's with no help, just normal Xenosy dice. We'll try and wound now on... with Strength 12.
3's now, toughness 10.
Ooh, 3s to wound. I'm holding the Strands dice. I'm holding it. 3s. We'll take our single reroll per unit, per phase all the time. And it does go through. So we have 2 wounds coming through. They're at AP -3. They used to be -4, so -3. So you've actually got 2 5-up saves here on this Dreadnought. Again, another important roll. Oh, he's annoyed. He's touched and grabbed the Raycross dice. Blocked 1. 1 goes through. And that's what I was waiting for, 1 to go through. I'll now use my Strands of Fate and take a 5 for the damage roll. So it's 5 plus 2 is 7, minus 1 is 6 wounds taken. So we're even controlling the damage here. I don't want to use the 6. I've got 1 6 left. I want to hold that for round the bend Overwatch. Okay. So what would the damage have been if we hadn't have foreseen it? It would have been better. Okay. Right. So dropping down to 6 wounds left. It's been softened up. We'll put some flamer shots into him. So 2d6 auto hits, 9 auto hits. Nothing too scary. There's no AP minus going on with this. 7, 8, 9. So looking for 6s. Oh, triple 6. No AP minus, 2 ups. And blocked all of those. Okay. So next, we'll turn to the Falcon. It's been boxed and shelved for a good while, but it's back out here. I do like the rules for this thing. And the Banshees are inside with Jane's Eye. We're going to offload our firepower, including the Shuriken Cannon, into here.
Should have shot with it first.
Yes, we're talking about the Land Fortress for the Votank. I actually played that game first. There's 2 battles here. We've done the Votank game already, and we're talking about the Land Fortress as an ability where a unit gets out and they get to what?
Wind roll, or field wind rolls?
Yeah.
After the Land Fortress has successfully made a hit roll.
It's something similar with the Falcon. Fire support in your shooting phase. Select some unit hit by 1 or more of those attacks. The unit that disembarked gets to reroll its wound rolls, so that's obviously not the case. I was thinking about running one of these, perhaps with Fire Dragons, for example, rerolling your wounds would be very, very useful. But anyway, firepower coming from the Falcon. We are looking at the Bright Lance first, I think we'll do, so we'll just head straight down here. Looking for a 3. Looking for a 2. Yes. AP minus 3. Cover. Negate that a little bit. 2 up, 3 up, 4 up. It's going to be 5s, I think. So 5+ to block this. No. That's going to be a slain model, I believe. D6 plus 2. 3 wounds. Which I think is them. Yeah, okay. So 1 heavy intercessor slain. So yeah, just a regular dude. Okay. Then we'll go on to the pulse laser. Now this one's interesting. It's 3 shots now. I'll reroll a single hit roll. Missed. I'll try and wound on a 3. And we'll reroll a single wound roll. Helps. Those 2 come through. Pulse laser is -2. Cover. Going to be 4-ups, please. No. Now, this is painful because they are... Oh, no, I thought the damage 3. They're damage D6 each time. So I'll go for D6 on the first one. Got him. And D6 on the next one. Got him again. Oh, 2. More casualties. It's a nasty hit from the Falcon. So 2 models removed. Heavy bolter remains. I've got a shuriken cannon. Need 3s. And then needing 3s. Yeah. Nothing. And I've used up my rerolls. So that's that firepower finish. But very effective from the Falcons. Good shooting from that supporting vehicle. So it's the 2 bikers on top now, firing down. You reckon we get the roll for ruins called plunging fire. So it's an extra AP -1 because we're firing straight down. So we're looking for 3s. I was going to say rerolling our hit rolls because Mike's on the objective there, but we've got hits here anyway. We're looking for all sustained hits. I'll just check the footage here. So there's another 2 for sustained hits. Now we're looking for 3s to wound. And I'll reroll one of those for the unit. Hasn't helped. So these are at AP -1, becomes AP -2. So it goes to 5 up, back up to 4 for cover.
Yeah. What's the damage?
Damage 2.
Each time, yeah.
Yes.
So all these 2 at a time. What's the captain's?
Yeah, okay.
So 4-ups.
So 1 gets through. So now single dice. There's 2 more dice to roll. Blocked, and then 1 more dice to roll. Blocks that as well. All right, so 2 wounds taken on a model. And that's it. So spent 2 CP, whether that's wise or not. I've gone for Fire and Fade. It's costly. It's 2 command points. Now Aeldari unit from your army just falling away out of close combat. I can make a normal move. Shooting phase, make a normal move, yeah. So we'll do that. So I've pulled them back to here. It's to get them out of trouble. I think they're about a 90-odd point unit. So you're looking... I'm trying to save about 60 points of stuff there and bring it back down onto the objective. If I stay upstairs, I'll be shot to pieces. So I'm going to pay the 2 CP. It's expensive. Now I've got no CP left, but I've got myself back onto the objective and to relative safety. So firepower, I think, is complete. Not too bad here from the Eldar. They're causing trouble here for the Imperial Fists. They're trying to eat away at them. If I go full on into this slot, we'll be gunned down without mercy. So I'm just trying to pick off stuff as much as I can. Trying to use all the tricks in the book. Here, we'll go on to charges next for the Eldar on their second turn. Just roll a 6 for a charge and push myself around there. I think there's a possibility of a charge with him. It will bring us more into the open, but it gives us a chance to bring a Dreadnought down. I think the Wraithlord may struggle by himself. I'll roll anyway, and there's something else. Correct us if we're wrong. I think you benefit from your own buff if it's an aura ability. Whilst the friendly Aeldari units within 6 inches of this model add 1 to advance and charge rolls. So we'll give this a go. 9 or a 10, it's worth a check. 11. He's going to go in. We'll check the range here, but I think the Avatar has managed to swing around the corner fast enough to reach this Dreadnought. So we're talking about the game here. Mike's still got defense in depth. Eldar have got their noses in front for sure, but I've still got to play it careful. If I start taking casualties, the Space Marines can swing this round. This backup Dreadnought, the second one, it's going to be hard to break here. But the Eldar got a chance. We have sort of sprung our trap here. 2 units going after this one Dreadnought. It's already been halved in strength as well. But we'll go for this one. We'll go for... Yeah, well... There is something to think about here. I think I'd be wise to go with the Avatar first, because there could be possible disruption on this objective if I can destroy a target and then push towards it.
You have to get on it if you...
Get in range of it. Yeah, I think I can. I'm just saying that because he is OC5. So we'll go with the Avatar of Cain. We'll figure out the objective if we can get past this Dreadnought here. So we'll obviously go for strike with our 6 attacks. We'll use the Kriskimiski dice to do this. 2s. All of them. Strength 14.
3 to 1 now.
3 to wound. I think we're looking at a cocked dice here, so we'll reroll that one. Okay. So then I've got a built-in reroll. All right, we may have done enough. 4 have made it through. They are AP -4. So Mike can go for 6 ups to block. Need a miracle here, and by all means, turn to a miracle maker. It's the artist formerly known as Vij. It's Orcs and Thousand Suns. Desperate times call for desperate measures. No. Okay. And then damage of D6 +2. Really, it's D6 +1 because of the -1 damage, but I think we got this one. Oh, boysy. Yeah, I'd say we have. That's 11, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 wounds coming through from the Avatar of Cain. Detonation?
Nope.
No. All right, but target destroyed. The lava sword now plunged into the chest of the Dreadnought.
He's getting a good tally.
Pretty much, I would say, cutting the vehicle in two. That's how to finally bring a Dreadnought. It takes an entire Tyranid army to bring one of those down. But the Avatar, just with one sword blow, hacks the thing in twain. We'll check to see what happens. I think I'm allowed to move to within range and objective. We'll check the rules for consolidation. So I think I have to head towards here. The first condition is a 3-inch move for consolidation. You have to... The move must end closer to the closest enemy model and in base contact with an enemy model if possible. So I can't push into the Ruin Armor monster, so therefore that option is not available. If the above is not possible, then each model must move towards the closest objective marker, but this must result in being within range of it, so which we've managed to do. So we've got ourselves onto the objective here with that consolidation move. So tactically it's worked out very well for the Eldar, bringing that Dreadnought down. Yeah, so we reckon this has been disrupted. Just the one model in range, OC of 2, we're OC of 5. So the Eldar, this is quite critical in this game to disrupt objectives, and that's what the Avatar has done. As to how long he survives, we shall have to see. So combat's resolved, nothing for the Wraith Lord to do. Oath of Moment can go back. I'll give that marker to Mike because he might want to put it onto something else on his next turn. It may go after the Avatar, we'll see. But turn comes to an end at this stage. Eldar have burnt through half of their fate dice. Well, we've got just over half left, so we're getting through them. There's still some pretty good ones left. There's a 6 left, there's a 4. So there are some options for the Eldar for sure. But so far so good from them. They're pushing through in this direction and doing okay. So Mike's saying check out the dead part. One biker lost here, and then there's this Dead Space Marines in the corner. So Eldar definitely ahead here and doing well. We're going to turn 3, the middle stage of the game, for the Space Marines next. They do have one Redemptor Dreadnought left, and I'm sure it will seek its revenge against the pesky Eldar. Turn 3 for the Space Marines next. Mike's gone for it, but he's uneasy about this one, but what can you do? You just have to send the next Dreadnought out to avenge his battle brother. So backing away from here. This is an advanced roll made with these, right? You got into Devastator, advanced to shoot. I got it. On the objective, but not in the ruin. On the objective, just staying back. These are inside here to lend some firepower support, and then Dreadnought swung around here 8 inches. It's going to try and shoot and charge, and try and take on both of these. I think is the plan. That's movement done. If Mike can break these two, then the road is open again for the Dreadnought to start pushing through. Shining Spears are there, but they're not too much threat against that Dreadnought with its toughness. We'll go on to shooting phase next. So as you can see, Oath Moment has been put onto the avatar. Mike's going to unleash everything he has. It's the Paint Lickers Paint Pot Dreadnought here against Andrea Stur, the two Phoenix Lords about to collide.
Michael Fryer.
Using the Michael Fryer Die Hard Space Marine dice. Things are getting kind of tense.
Yeah. Storm Bowler, 4s, or 2 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling.
Okay. He always starts with the seasoning here, the sprinkling.
Yeah. Reroll.
Just looking for a wound.
Nope.
Okay.
Fragstorm, D6. 4, 6.
Okay.
8 and 3s. Reroll it.
It's twin, so it's rerolls, but it's anyway throw for the moment. Looking for 6s. There's 1.
Just the 1.
Okay, 2 plus. Yep. I'll use a patronic friend, Carl Roden. Toughness of the Tyrannus to try and protect us here. Fellow Xenos player.
Onslaught, 8 shots.
Now Mike can go fishing here for mortals.
Yeah.
No, what have you done? No more. Oh, another one. Wow. That's the best round so far we've had on the channel from one of those. 6 mortal wounds. Read it and weep, Eldar. Oh, boy. Help. There's nothing I can do about it. I just have to take it. Oh, man, we dropped 8 wounds left. All of a sudden. Ouch. Right, dropping down to 8 left then. Avatar's taking a mighty hit from the Onslaught Gatling Cannon. So our policy of no mercy was exactly right, because that's the kind of thing that can happen. Amazing result. The main gun's still yet to fire. There's the rocket pod next.
Yep, so D3. 3.
Oh, hits. Okay. Seeking to wound on 5s. And there's 2. These are AP -1.
-1, yeah, 2 damage.
Okay. I was going to say I could try and go for cover, but I can't improve my armor save to better than 3 plus. I'll roll these 2. 1 does go through. Hold. Oh man. We'll leave it. Go on then. Go ahead with the damage. 2 becomes 1. Dropping down to 7. So half the damage. Okay, next the big one, the Macroplasma Incinerator. It's damage 3, so it will go to damage of 2 at least, which is still good enough. Number of shots. This is a big roll. 4 is good. 4 is good. Continuing on with Michael Fryer here.
Now if I CP reroll that.
Still would have been the same. Oh.
3s.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's 5 dice because it's D6 plus 1. Okay. And now we're looking for
5s.
5s to win.
Strength 9.
Yeah, toughness 12. There's 1. This is a big roll. 2. Okay. Invulnerable saves are 4 plus. 8 minus
4.
Yeah, 4 plus invulnerable saves. Yeah, we block 1. So 2 more wounds go through. Nothing I can do. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. Okay, so we'll take that damage. Mike's still optimistic of chopping off more wounds here, as Intercessor squad with their firepower is going to go into the Avatar. Bit of AP -1, which will prove very, very useful.
Yeah. Now, because they haven't moved.
2s.
2s.
Ah, I see. That's why I didn't move them. 2s. Oh, hit. Yeah, no sustained or anything like that.
Yeah.
Trying to harvest 6s here. Fishing for 6s. And there's 2. Mike's been a pro at rolling 6s here in this battle. And there's another 1. So 3 ups on 3. Another wound leaks through, so we're down to 4. Getting there, getting there. Didn't expect this to happen. Oh, boy.
And then just really the heavy intercessors will go on to...
The Rayflod, yeah, okay.
So...
Because I'm behind the ruin across from this angle, that's why these aren't firing through. There's no target for them.
Yeah, so the heavy bolt rifle, 3s, reroll 1. And then...
6s.
6s. Nope.
This is the heavy bolter.
Yeah.
1 hit, I think, and then a sustained hit coming through, so 2. And again, 6s.
2.
Double 6.
-1, 2 damage.
-1. 3 ups. That's going to kill me.
No, it's only 2 damage each.
Oh,
shooting in there.
Into him, yeah, sorry. I can't, I have to let it go through. Ouch, 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 ouch. So yeah, we drop down to 2 left. We teeter on the brink of destruction now with both of these units. This is not good. And then you've got the captain who could actually finish this thing off.
2 shots.
Space Marines rallying themselves here.
Oh. Nope.
No wound. All right, done. Shooting, I think, is now finished. So we're going to charges. What is this Dreadnought going to do? Charge 1 or both? If it doesn't charge him, there's heroic intervention. We'll let Mike think about this. Think about what best to do. All right, so we've got all sorts of stuff going on here. So Mike's thinking about charging across there. I could overwatch with him if he elects to go after him. Mike's then saying, well, I could charge him with those first, which I can't even see, to absorb to stop the overwatch, charge him with those, send in the Dreadnought against both, destroy him before he gets a chance to swing against them. So this is tactics, yeah. It's like a wrestling match going on here.
So yes.
So these brave intercessors are going to go in. They're going to go tactical. And no, they do not go in. Command reroll. It's that desperate. And they do go in. Okay, are you sure, sir? Yes. I had to double check the orders.
Yeah, so.
Now they have to stretch to the max. So Mike can roll them around the back. That's not a problem. Yeah. He has to go for base contact with these, but that's not gonna be a problem. So they'll roll around, and the other one, Kentucky there at the edge of the ruin. That's fine. So can the other one. That's all good. Just for his OC control. Okay, all good. So next will be the Dreadnought. Oh, home time. It's not going to make it, is it? It's not going to be a 3-inch charge.
Nope.
No, he stumbles. He stumbles.
It was 5, 4 needed.
Needed a 4 and he got a 3. Oh, the paint licker's paint pot. No, he hasn't made it in. Breathe. Oh, dear. So the captain shouted out, charge! And then the intercessors said, who, us? Yes, you. Who, me? No. What? And then it stopped. The charge didn't go ahead. Confusion amongst the ranks here. Mixing of chapters. Not good. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Just at that moment when the charge needed to go ahead, it did not. A 4 needed, a Mike rolled a 3. Having to command reroll the second guess charge here from the intercessors. So a mix up here for the Space Marines. They've dropped the ball at this stage. So we'll go on to close combats. Oh, the Avatar of Kane will get to swing here. So we'll fight with him. We're not guaranteed to wipe these out. Think about what kind of combo to go for. We could go for the other option where you get 12 attacks.
Do you have a fight first with Avatar?
No. Sorry. Go ahead. You fight first. Yeah. So you... Combat knives drawn. Let's do this. So 15 attacks here with the intercessors. Knives drawn. For the Emperor, don't give up. Michael Fry's squad as well. And you can patronise the life out of this one as well.
I'm going to. Blood Angels round.
Blood Angels Ryan. Oh, he means business. It's getting serious when Blood Angels Ryan dice is used.
3, 4, 5. 15.
Yeah.
Hit on 3s, rerolling.
Oh, I should have announced this multiple times in our battle reports. If you're watching this, you're one of the gold level Patreons. Contact me on Patreon and let us know a battle cry if you have one. We can add that to your list of allegiances as well. So if there's a certain battle cry that you want to add in, sensible and clean suggestions, please. But we can add that to your gold level Patronic dice, and we can let loose with an appropriate battle cry at the right moment, if and when needed in our battles. So go ahead, Mike.
Don't do it, Mike.
Here it comes. Looking for 3s. It's all re-rollable here against the hated Avatar. Really could fish for a ton of 6s, but it's going to be a desperate attempt to bring this thing down. There's lots of hits. So go for 6s. Mike's bound to get a good few. But I'm going to need to roll a string of 1s. 6s. 1. Re-roll. Okay. Just a 3. No, 2 ups. Passed all those. I was tempted to use the strands, but no, we'll leave something else. Okay, so we've now got a chance to swing back. So I'll go for the killer blow here. We're looking for 2s. Oh, no, that's the worst. We're not going to bring him down. Look at that. Quadruple 1. We'll do our built-in reroll 1. Or reroll hit roll. Nothing else I can do about any of those. And then we'll go for 2s to end, which we have. They're AP -4, so 3 of them will be slain, but we've not wiped them out. Okay, so 2 Marines remain. That's OC of 4. I'm OC 5, so again, I think there's going to be disruption here, but it's going to be heading on to my turn anyway. Oh no, it means I'll pick up a victory point for that one. Okay, and that's it. I think that's combat's resolved and the turn comes to an end. So just checking back on the footage. I should have been 3s to hit, but it didn't make any difference. It was 2 6s and a 4, so we're all okay in that regard. So end of turn here. I don't think there's anything else for us to resolve. Now, I think I need to do battle shock test on him, so just bear that in mind for when we establish the control objectives. We'll head on to turn 3 now for the Eldar. These 2 monsters are still alive, but they are seriously damaged. There's a fresh dreadnought to try and take on, and I find myself stuck in a close combat against these 2 Marines as well. So tricky stuff here for the Eldar. Are they running out of steam, or have they got enough to see themselves over the finish line? We'll have to see. Really, it's been a collection of units across here that have been fighting. Other Eldar units still yet to commit to the fight in any way at all. We'll head on to turn 3 for them next. So run the third time here for the Eldar. It's a strange game, this one, but we always try and place the emphasis on fun for our games. And this is one of our lower points, 1250 points learning curve battles. There's 2 battles that we've run side by side. So this one, Eldar against the Imperial Fists. The other battle that we've played, just finished playing this one before, was the Leagues of Votan against the Tyranids. So new stuff for the Tyranids, debut for Mike's Leagues of Votan, so exciting times, and a debut for them on the channel. So if you want to check out that game, that's over on channel membership. It's either live now or it'll be live shortly, and you can watch the 2 battles as a pair. And when you help support us on membership, it unlocks bonus content as the reward. You get the loyalty badges, Discord access as well. That's the aspect warrior level, but it really does help us keep these battle reports coming. So if you enjoy the content here, want to support us, then do take up channel membership. Link for that in the video description below, or you can go to the channel homepage, just hit join, and then choose the tier that you want to support us on. If you really want to support the channel, then you can push on to Exarch level, Alt-Arch level. You can see some of them involved in the game here, and the highest level, you can join us on the WhatsApp group, and there's other perks that are revealed, is the Phoenix Lord. There's spaces available for that if you want to join us. People all over the world currently on a WhatsApp group and represented on the table, and it really does help support the channel, keeps us going, and helps the content keep coming. So we'll make our move now with the Eldar, their debut game here on the channel for 10th edition. All right, so moving for the Eldar here, they sense a chance, an opportunity for them. So a number of units converging in this direction. So 2 more CP being gained because he's on the board, and there he is. Bright Star's now jumped on top of this container, so leaping across here. Then The bikers shifting to their left. They've headed across in this direction. Perhaps try and flush out this squad across here. Wraithlaw pushing through. Avatar remaining in close combat. 14-inch move, regular move made by the Falcon. Still with the Banshees inside, are swinging around to lend some fire support in this direction. We've passed our battle shock test and OC of 5 vs OC of 4 in total. So we actually controlled the objective and picked up 3 points. That's put the Eldar ahead. I think all we need to do is just disrupt and stop Mike from getting this objective, and then the Eldar will have victory here. So it's just a case of keeping the pressure on against the Space Marines. So there are some units that have to do a duty here at the back. So the bikers have kept them where they are, and then the Dire Avengers just doing their job. Perhaps future lists could be units that are happy to hold back and not be wasted at the back. So like Shroud Runners, for example, with a bit of firepower support coming from them, so the Dire Avengers can perhaps be used mid-table. But anyway, that's the list we have for now. And these are the units that we've committed forward. So movement's done. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Okay, so we'll go for the Wayleaper. He's got a Dragon fusion gun. It's range 12. We'll put a shot into the Dreadnought. Looking for a 2 with Bright Star. The hope of the Eldar, he is. Now we'll go for a Martin Vagabond shot here. So looking for a 2. Aha, which will immediately reroll. Our built-in reroll. We get a hit. Now we'll try and wound. Okay, we'll not use special dice. Strands of Fate. We do get the wound though. Looking for a 5, strength 9. So that comes through. The Dragon fusion gun is nasty enough. It is AP -4, so a 6 up to block this one. And it will be damage of... Oh, D6. I thought it was D6 plus 2. Just a single D6. Michael used the longbow BB dice.
No.
No. So we'll go for D6 -1 damage. Martin says 2.
Down to 1.
Yeah, down to 1. 1 wound taken. It's a start here, but plenty of wounds left on the Paint Licker's Paint Pot Dreadnought. So, like the Paint Licker's Paint Pot, his battle cry could be a stroke of genius. Something like that. Okay. As next, I could fire here. I could just go with other stuff. We'll do the Avatar first of all. I'll think about this one, because I could go for the 6 for a hit. Generate enough hits just to clear them out of the way with shooting. I'll maybe wait to see how the rest of the firepower goes. So we'll go with the Falcon. We know its firepower must go down here, so we'll offload into the Dreadnought, I reckon.
I'll take Armour of Contempt now.
Armour of Contempt. Sorry, I was going to say I was going to put the Shuriken Cannon into the Marines in cover just over there, but the rest of the heavy weapons are going to go into the Dreadnought. Armour of Contempt is going to be used. Yeah. Right, so it's going to nip a bit off of the AP minus. So we'll go for the Bright Lance first, looking for a 3. And we'll go for Dave Humphreys for this one. So looking for a 3. Yeah, looking for a 3 again. Yes, it does go through. Because it's strength 12. -3 becomes -2. So actually looking at a 4-up save here. Is Sam Hermes here. He's Black Templars and Cadian. So yeah, very happy to get the result. No. What can you do? What can you do? The damage is going to be D6 plus 2. 3 plus 2 minus 1. So 4 damage coming through. So dropping down to 7 wounds left on the Dreadnought's damage is starting to come through on this thing. Yeah, so we'll keep the Sam Hermes dice. I think it's going to be needed here for more saving throws coming through. Pulse Lays next. Looking for 3s. Looking for 5s. And we'll use our built-in reroll wound. No, so ting, 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 bounces off. Shuriken Cannon now into the infantry. 1 hit, 2 hits, sustained hit. 3s to wound. 2 wounds come through. AP -1, +1 for cover. Still on 3s. 1 goes through, it is damage 2. It's going to slay 1. But yet again, Falcon has provided some useful firepower support. So, Shining Spears, everything that they have will go into the Intercessors. So we'll go for Michael German on this one. Oh, he's an Eldar player. Perfect. We'll go for the main lance. Star Lance, that's the one. Hits. We're looking for 2s to wound, strength 9. No, I'll use my wound roll now. Yep, that goes through. It's AP -3. Cover.
5 up.
5 up. Ah, they've been damaged 2. Damage 2, yeah. 2 regular lances. 2 hits. 3 wounds. Yeah, 2 more wounds come through. 4s now, not as good. Block both. Oh, Defiance here in the name of the Emperor. And then we'll go for the twin Shuriken catapults. That's going to be 6 shots in total. Just seeing if there's a difference between whoever fires it. No. So we're looking for 3s. And then we're looking for 4s to wound. Twin linked. Nice. 6s don't mean anything anymore. So they're all AP -1, back in cover, so back up to 3s. 5 dice and in 3s. Just 1 damage. Whoa. It's enough to kill 2. Ouch, 2 slain. Alright, bit strange. I'll go for a 1 shot here, and I want to try and clear those. So I'll play the 6. I've been saving it and saving it. I've got 1 6 left, so we'll use that up. That'll generate an extra D3 hits for sustained. Another 1. So 2 hits do come through. I'll now try and wound on 2s. I'll use my built-in reroll wound. That does come through. That's going to go through the armor now because you got cover. So we're looking at saves of 6+ on those.
Do we?
I think so. You're in the ruin.
Oh, close combat though.
I know, yeah.
Roll.
Oh, blocked 1. And there's another one as well to save. Okay. I think you get cover. I know you're in combat, but I don't. We'll play it that you do. It doesn't matter. Correct us if we're wrong, but I think Mike does get cover. He's in the ruin, so you can get the bonus of that. But infuriatingly, 1 Marine survives. There's nothing we can do. AP -4 and then +1 for cover. Okay, so that's that one done, and then we'll go. I'll go Bright Lances into the Dreadnought. If we could clear it, then maybe get a charge down there. That's the idea. So we're looking for 2 shots and 4s. Not going to happen. I'll reroll hit roll. Do get 1 hit. We'll try and wound. Nope. And I'll use a reroll wound. And no again. Oh no, sorry. That is a wound. 3s to wound. Because we're strength 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does go through. And then AP -3.
Close to 2. Attempt.
Oh, still on him. AP -2 then, yeah. So it goes to 4 up. Half a chance to block, which it is blocked. So it would have been 2 + 2, would have been 3 more wounds. Okay, and then we'll go for the flamer hits. 7 hits coming through. Trying to wound. 2 wounds come through, no AP minus. So 2 ups.
2 ups.
Yeah. All good. Okay, and I think our firepower is pretty much spent here. I think that's everything. Yeah, firepower's complete. We're going to charges. So I don't think I can get down here. So they're safe. We've got to go after the Dreadnought, and there's continuing combat, and then also the Shining Spears. Right, so charges taking place. Rolled very low, but we've managed to push in against the wall and reach the Primaris Marines, and then the Wraithlord's gone in against the Dreadnought here. We're not guaranteed to get through the wounds on this thing. It's got 7 wounds left. Wraithlord teeters on destruction with just 2 wounds remaining, so we'll see what happens. So no interrupts, no fights first, so it's Eldar will get to swing here. So we'll go for the last Patreon. It's Travis and Jen. We'll go for the Wraithlord. I think it's a total of 4 attacks, so Travis and Jen can split evenly here. Because I think it's 4 attacks in total. Yeah, so we'll go for strike. So we'll go for Jen first. Jen gets 2. Travis misses twice, but we'll reroll this one. Now things, we'll have to leave Travis here and just go with Jen. We're looking for strength 10.
Toughness 10. 4s.
Oh, 4s. No and no. No. We'll then go for a reroll the wind roll. No. We'll go for a command reroll. No. We have failed. What can I do? I tried, but no, too tough. So that's it. That's me finished with that one. So disaster here. We had a chance to strike the Dreadnought, but nothing. So no, not good here with the Ray Flood. It's a shame they strike on 4s. That is annoying. But anyway, that's not gone through. So we'll go to the Shining Spears next with their attacks. So we'll do the Exarch first. So they have been nerfed a bit here in a number of ways, the Shining Spears. But we'll press on with them. So we're looking at the Star Lance. 4 attacks, needing 2s. So here we go. Oh. We'll use a hit roll. Dropped his lance. Okay, it's 2 hits come through in the end. I think we're looking for 3s to wound because we're strength 4, and then we're lance. So 4s to wound becomes 3s. And we'll use our wound roll now. No, just the 1. It is AP minus 3, so 6 up. No, it's damage 2, so it's going to slay 1 model. It's down to the other 2 now. 6 attacks for them. Looking for 3s. Looking for 3s. That should be it. These are minus 2, so 4 saves of 5+. No, alright, definitely got them. So that's that squad gone. That's Sergeant Midnight gone. And BPP Wargaming's unit destroyed as well. Okay, so that's them gone. Shining Spears can sit where they are. So really it's down to this Marine to fight next. 3 attacks. Needing 3s. It's all rerollable. Just going against the Avatar here. 6s to wound, rerollable. Combat knife. No. Okay. Avatar. 6 attacks, needing 3s. Reroll. 2s. Reroll. Minus 4. Take him off. He's gone. With all of that damage. Okay, so target destroyed. Already on the objectives. We'll sit where we are. Avatar finally clears that, and then now we'll go to the Dreadnought.
5 attacks.
The ideal situation is to bring the Ray Flood down.
3s.
Yeah, Mike's still in top bracket here. No issues.
3s to wound.
Strength 12.
Yeah.
Toughness 11. Yeah, 3s. Big roll. 3 make it through. It's a really good result.
Minus 2, 3 damage.
Minus 2, 3 damage. Minus 2 strands of fate. I've already used in this phase, I believe. So we're just going to go straight to our saves here. So it's going to be 4 ups for AP. It's AP minus 2. Starting on 2+.
CP reroll already.
No, yeah, and if we had a command reroll, oh, pain. Target destroyed. Does it have deadly demise? It does. And it doesn't. Okay, that's Daniel Cunningham. Removed. Phoenix Lord gone. Here, there's a good number of them removed now. We'll see who's the last man standing here for the Phoenix Lords. Ones that survive through to the end of the game, the Autarchs as well. But target destroyed. The Dreadnought's on the loose all of a sudden. So it's back in business with the Dreadnought. I thought I'd get it this turn, but we didn't. Fouled with close combat, fouled with shooting, and there's a Dreadnought that's over half strength here. Now, on its own and free to go wherever it pleases. And woe betide anyone that tries to get in its way. Combat's resolved here across the board. Eldar's still getting the results here, but it's far from concluded. This Dreadnought's got itself back in action. Okay, and that marks the end of the turn. We'll head on to turn 4 for the Space Marines. Casualties are still very heavy for them, so we think the Eldar have done enough. But Mike will fight on. There's honour at stake here for the Space Marines. They've had a good track record so far for 10th edition, but Eldar are proving to be a menace. We're going to turn 4 for the Space Marines next. Right, so movement here for the Space Marines on their turn 4. Intercessors preparing to defend the objective. And then moving to reclaim the objective across here and shifting across in this direction. But redemption, Mike is hoping, will come from the Redemptor Dreadnought, who shifted himself in between a number of Eldar units. We're going to shooting phase next. So we're on shooting phase. Just to recap on points here. Mike's picked up 1 more point. Eldar on 5 with a turn in hand, and then Mike's on 4. It's picked up 2, picked up 1, then 1. So Space Marines are behind. It's the disruption of this across here has caused the big problem. But we'll press on, shooting phase next. Mike's rolling up some shots. As you can see, Shining Spear's gone. That's firepower from him. And then finished off by the heavy intercessors and captain. So really good work. Now Mike says he's picked up 2 wounds. This came from firepower. The sort of Daka went into here. Over the moment, just chewing through the hit rolls and the wound rolls, just causing a bit more damage. Another mortal wound coming from the Gatling cannon. The Icarus rocket pod caused another wound as well. And then intercessors have managed to cause 1 wound at -1. 1 save with 3+. Not again. Oh. 1 wound left. Not good for the avatar of Kane. So what are we on now? Charges.
Can't feel it.
Anyway, right. Charge goes there. Well done. So I'll see what I got as far as stratagems because I've got 3 CP here. There's anything I can do, but we'll just have a little look. Yeah, lightning fast reactions. I couldn't do it in 9th edition, but I think you can for 10th. It just says it can't be played on a Wraith construct. He's not Wraith. He's a Molten Body Man. So -1 to hit rolls. We'll play it for a CP.
So 3's up to 4's then?
Yeah. 5 attacks. Oh, that stopped 2. That was... Oh. Stopped 1. Of course.
12. Softness.
12. 4s. It's all rerollable. Oh, who needs rerolls? Wow. Okay, 3 make it through. So these are AP -3 or 4.
-2.
-2. So 4 up save, 4 up invulnerable save, and there's 3 of them. I have to pass all of them. Take a Strands of Fate. My best dice is a 4, so I'll take 1 of those away. Whether that's worth it, we'll see. It's all down to these 2d6. 1 at a time. Roll at the foot of the statue, just for insult purposes.
Oh, where was your mistake?
Come on, reroll, maybe. If we pass this one. No. There's nothing I can do. The avatar's going to go, and does he deadly demise? No, he does not. So... Target destroy. Well done. Mike's finally managed to bring this target down. All of a sudden, the Eldar don't have much heavy hitting stuff left. The Space Marines have cleared their lines. Good hard work from them. I reckon Mike can make his consolidation move to get within range of the objective, just to lend some more OC control onto that of 4. So why not? Why not crowd the objective? There's other models there as well. So Space Marines have cleared their lines, taken back their objective here. So pride at stake. Some of it's been restored. Absolutely. And casualties now starting to come through. Very heavy for the Eldar, actually. This turn, they've lost the Wraith Lord, the Avatar of Cain, Shining Spears, so a number of targets being brought down. I've got Banshees and Jane Zara inside here, but that thing's very tough. We'll see what we can do. We'll calculate points. Well, points we know have come through. We'll head on to Eldar turn 4. They're immediately going to pick up 2 more points. They'll keep themselves ahead. It could be just a case of keeping the pressure on to see themselves through to victory here at the end of the game. We're going to Eldar turn 4 next. Right, so moving to the Eldar here on turn 4. If we do well enough, we might be able to just cripple the Space Marines just to finish the game off, we reckon. Might not be able to deal with that Dreadnought, but I'm going to try and disrupt other units with what we have. So really get involved in the fight now. So jumping down here with Bright Star to try and disrupt and get into close combat against these. Then disembarking with the Banshees, and they've shifted through Jane Zar. Then moving up here with the Falcon to provide some firepower support with different units. And then jumping up here with the Bikers to lend some firepower support in this direction as well. That's movement done for the Eldar. We're going to the shooting phase next. So firepower from these down here. They're on the objectives, so we're rerolling our hit rolls. Okay. Those 2 6s, pop extras. And we're going to try and wound on 3s. And I'll reroll a single wound roll. It's proven to be mighty effective. I'm really seeing the benefit of maybe taking a squad of 6 of those. 7 wounds come through. AP -1, an extra AP -1 because of plunging fire. So 7 in total.
What's the damage on it?
Damage 2 each time. They're probably going to be shot at by other stuff. So
I'll have to roll 4 separate.
From the regular guys. -2 in total. So 5 ups. Okay, so it's 1 slain, another 1 on 2 wounds. Then Mike roll another dice. Not blocked, they're gone. Okay, so that's the bodyguard removed. And then 2 on the captain for 4s. And blocked both. Okay, so I made that move with a lot of CP. I've only got 4 CP. So I paid 2 CP to fire and fade back onto the home objective. It was worth it in the end. We stripped that bodyguard away, which has proved to be very useful. We'll now go for Dragon. Fusion gun. 3's a hit. Try and wound on a 5, which we do. Mike can try and block this one, which he does. Armor holds on this Dreadnought again. We'll then go for Shuriken Cannon into the Captain, and then all the heavy guns into the Dreadnought. So we'll do Shuriken Cannon first. I'll try and make sure I get my hits against that Captain. 2 hits, and I'll leave it. 2 hits will be good enough. Try and wound, and 2 wounds do come through. So what's going to happen is I'll get firepower support. So it means I get to reroll more wounds against him. Useful in the close combat. 1 does get through, and it will be damage 2 on him. So I'll take 2 wounds. It's half damage against the Gravis Captain. She's just going to take a single wound. So we'll now go for the Bright Lance into the back of the Dreadnought. I'll use my reroll hit. Yep. And I'm going to try and wound on a 3. I shall use a Strands of Fate. Thank you. So that goes straight through. Mike can try and block. Blocked. What would the damage have been? Okay. And then we'll go for the Pulse Laser. Dragnos is so tough. 2 hits. Can't reroll the hit roll. Trying to wound on 5s. I'll reroll the wound roll. Just the 1 comes through. -2. Not blocked. D6 damage.
Yeah.
5 -1. 4 wounds taken. Oh, chipping the wounds away, dropping down to 3 left, but not enough to destroy it. Okay, so Dreadnought remains in action. Some pistol firepower here. What's interesting here is it's reroll the wound roll from this unit against anything that got hit. Both of these targets have been hit, which is interesting. So I'm tempted to try and shred this with firepower. I think we'll go for that one here. So I'm going to offload everything I have into the Dreadnought, see if we can strip some wounds away. So we'll go for the Silent Death here. So 6 attacks from Jane Czar. Need 2s. They will hit. And then we're looking for strength 6, toughness
10.
5s to wound, and re-rollable. Those come through. These are AP -2. Has that done it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that's a weird way to go.
Nope.
Doesn't explode. In the end, it was that weapon there that took the Dreadnought down, causing 3 wounds, maybe severing some vital cables, but Dreadnought destroyed in a strange fashion for sure. The rest of the firepower had been declared against that, so that's the target gone. I'm starting to see, maybe fellow Eldar players can concur, the usefulness of the Falcon. Protecting unit, transportation, firepower, and then granting reroll wounds. That would have been for shooting, as we've seen, and for close combat.
Yeah.
And because his unit's been hit, I'm going to reroll my wounds with these when they go in. That's mega support coming from that Falcon. It really is quite useful. And an elegant model that's been boxed up for ages now finds perhaps a vital part in a new Eldar list. We've got on to charges next for the Eldar. Right, so this is it. Here we go. So we'll fights first across here. We're all charging anyway. So we'll go for, let Jane Czar go for this one. So she's going to be 6 attacks. Is he -1 damage?
Half the damage.
Half the damage, yeah. So we'll switch away from the strike and go for the sweep. And go for 12 attacks. It's actually, in this particular instance, the better route to take. All right, so Armour of Contempt being spent.
Yeah.
And then Mike says he's going to save only in death does duty end if and when he's slain. So 12 attacks in total from Jane Czar. It's an epic amount of attacks come through. 2s to hit. We'll re-roll her hit roll. Yeah, I'll do it now. Okay, so they've all hit. Strength 4, 5s to win. Re-rollable. Epic stuff from Jane Czar. Wowza, look at that. 9 wounds. -3 as well. The Blade of Destruction. So 4+ invulnerable saves on 9 dice. And I can see 4 have made it through. It's not going to be quite enough to kill him, but that's dangerous enough for sure. 4 wounds coming through against the Captain. She's got 1 wound left. It's down to her sisters now. The fellow Banshees. And the vital thing for them is this re-rolling wounds. So we'll go to the mirror sword here on the Exarch. I believe on +1 to the hit roll because of Jane Czar. So on 2s. We're trying to wound on 5s. I'll re-roll it.
A lot of sixes in this game.
Okay. I think we're a signal's been sent here to run the Falcon. Got him, I reckon, because we're at AP -3 for the mirror sword. Yeah, it's going to go through. Captain's gone. Only Endeavour does duty end now kicks in.
Yep.
So
0 CP.
he can fight for 0 CP, yeah.
Let's see what the master crafted power weapon.
Lots of attacks. We'll do this for combat here. But, what a way to end the game. Some strange stuff going on in this battle.
6 attacks. Hit on 2s.
Okay.
Strength 5.
Threes.
3s, yeah.
3.
-2 damage.
-2. I'll take 5 up in vulnerable saves. Should we block 1 and 2 of the bodyguard slain? That's it. Bodyguard doing their job. So that's his combat done. 2 slain. So good work from the Banshees, and then he can go. And that's his spare wound from earlier on. Okay. And then we can head off towards the objective and claim that, I think, for the final time. And then it's down to Bright Star here. Raycross finally gets to wet his blade with the blood of Space Marines, perhaps. So the Way Leaper is going to be the Star Glaive. 5 attacks. Enough to kill them all. If we hit, which we do. No, we don't. Hits on 3s now. Yeah. Reroll a single hit roll. Okay.
CP1.
And come on, reroll 1. Yeah, why not? Fouled. And then we'll go for 3s to wound. Strength 6. We'll reroll a single hit roll. Yep, and these are at AP -2. 4 of them. And 2 damage. Oh, nice. Okay, so 3 of them slain. It's not enough for us to control the objective. But 3 of those Marines brought down with the Star Glaive from Bright Star. Mike's final attacks here. A parting gesture from the Imperial Fists. 2 wounds come through. And I'll foul 1. And take a wound.
Scratch your armor.
Scratch the armor, yeah. A warning sent here to Bright Star. Wounded. But at that point, I think the game now comes to an end. Eldar, at expense, it has to be said, they've lost some key units. But they finally managed to send in their second wave. And it's decimated the Space Marines here. And they've managed to secure themselves a victory. What a fight here. This battle for the bend in this road here. As the bikers tried to sweep round, they came and had a head-on collision with the Avatar. And the Wraith Lord, Eldar prevailed. Then Dreadnoughts sent in as backup. Eldar had to chew and work their way through each of those. Managed to break through them. And then sent in, at the end here, Jane Czar and the Banshees with excellent firepower support and strategic support coming from the Falcon. Helped us to break the Dreadnought and the last of the Heavy Intercessors and the Captain. And then even Bright Star managing to go for the final objective there for the Space Marines. So hard work from the Eldar, but it's paid off. They've got themselves a victory against the Space Marines. All right, so units of the game for both sides. The Avatar was good. He was really good. I knew he'd be a target, but he did well in the game for sure. Brilliant to see the Banshees and Jane Czar doing well, but they did particularly well because of the help that came from the Falcon. Its firepower support and movement was patient. It was just manoeuvring around the board, staying alive, not getting shot to pieces by Dreadnoughts. I think was key. Laying down that firepower support. And at the end, the ability to reroll wounds for the unit that disembarked has proved very crucial in this game. And it could work for other Eldar units as well. So bear that in mind for Eldar players, the usefulness of the Falcon, how very helpful that can be. So I'm going to give it to the Falcon here. Bit of a surprise result. Mike's going to give it to the Dreadnoughts here. Both of them proving exceptionally tough here in this battle. It took a humongous amount of effort from the Eldar to bring those things down. Their firepower support is excellent, and they fight well enough in close combat. So it's the Redemptor Dreadnoughts proving to be units of the game here for the Space Marines. So that's the battle. Do check out the second game over on YouTube channel membership. You can join us for extra bonus content, help support the channel. I'll call out the silver level patrons. They get names shouted out at the end of our games. That's Jason Martinez, Marcus Olsen, Ross Caldwell, William Schwar, Zachary Lee, Zachary Lyons, and Justin Haig. So big thanks to them for their support at silver level. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on the channel and over on membership. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.